Ever present and rarely discussed, values matter a lot. Let's look at 3 steps for you to follow to discover your top priority values. So I call this first step taking a walk down memory lane. And you might want to grab a piece of scrap paper for yourself and a pen. You can redo this one over and over and over again. But for now, first think about a memory that's really positive, something that you might call a bliss experience. You felt ecstatic, highly satisfied. It was just so good. I have a client who tells the story of giving birth to her child. And even though it was painful, there was just that moment of euphoria of, oh my gosh, I've brought a child into the world. As you write it down, 2 or 3 sentences, make it really vivid description. Who were you with? What was the location? What was the purpose you were fulfilling? And notice, what are the adjectives? Circle them if you would, just real quick. Now, let's do a second version. This time, think about a memory when you were really frustrated. Maybe you were really sad. Maybe something just didn't work out at all like you intended for it to, and you're really confused. It just doesn't feel good at all. It's one of those things you wish you'd never have happen again. Well, once again, make it really vivid. 2 or 3 sentences. Who were you with? What was the location? What was the purpose you were fulfilling? And then look down and put a circle around the adjectives. Now, here's step 2. Put all those adjectives on a list for yourself. Which ones are absolutely the things that you want in your life all the time? Those are going to be pretty empowering values for you. We might not know their priority yet, but they need to be there somewhere because they're associated with your memories. And your memories and your experiences are what inform your choices. That's the role of values. Now, the other list of words that you have there that are not so nice, they're important because they tell you what you don't want, which means there is an opposite to that adjective that is a value you do want. So when something is dishonoring for you and you want to know what you want instead, look at the opposite word, which is the value that is a priority for you. So take a moment and flip some of those not so nice words into something that is a positive trait or value. Now you have a list, anywhere from 4 to 8. Maybe you've got a couple more there from having gone down memory lane and you found your adjectives. Let's do the third step. In this case, think about the week that's just happened. Think about all of the situations you found yourself in and take a moment and see how many of the values were actively operating in the people that you met with, in the projects you were working on, in the conversation with your partner or your spouse or your siblings or your kids, or maybe your neighbors, or maybe the Zoom cocktail hour, whatever it might be. Every single experience is an expression of your values. In fact, this is how we train coaches, to listen to the adjectives that clients use because they are giving clues to the values that are a priority for them. Values drive our choices. Now you have a list. And in the week ahead, take a little time and notice how often, when you're faced with a choice to make about who to work with or what project to put yourself into, check out your values list. Which thing will be the most self-honoring, the most self-respecting? This is the way to live inside out, authentic and confident, loving your life's work. And if you want to know more about this, take a moment and watch the video about Are You an Authentic Leader? Because values are central to being authentic in everyday life and in your professional life. And gee, it's just a lot happier. So happy values hunting.